Hi guys, my name is Mr S. I've got Oscar with me and Isaac with me once more for this 6th session. We've had 6 sessions, I can't believe that's so many. And I hope you've enjoyed our session so far. Today, it's all about ball skills with our hands, with our eyes. We're going to work on some skills that might help you with basketball or netball or just getting used to playing with a larger ball. So, make sure to start with you have got a larger ball with you, so a football, a basketball, a plastic type of ball will work for any of these activities. So just make sure you've got one of those close by, a little bit of space, and of course a water bottle so that you can take on some fluids during our session. So remember, you can stop our session at any time and pause, and you can try and have a go at some of the activities or practice them a little bit further. You can come back to our video at any time as well. So we're going to start by warming ourselves up. So pick up that ball, make sure you've got one close by to you, and all I want you to do to start, we're going to do 2 hands underneath the ball. 2 hands. I want a nice wide base, so try to make sure your legs are nice and wide and your knees are a bit spongy. Fantastic. We are just going to stretch with that ball, so we're going to stretch the ball in front of us to our tummy. I'm going to go to one side, doesn't matter which, go left or right, and back to our tummy, and then to the other side now. Back to our tummy, and forwards, tummy, see if you can carry on that pattern now. So think about where we went next. Tummy, so try and just rest those hands underneath the ball. Side, fantastic. And one more repetition. This time, as we're doing it, we're really going to hold that stretch as we go out. So nice and wide legs again. Super. Ready? Out. Hold it. Back. One side. Back. And the other side. And back. Super job. Okay, we're going to try those now, but in more of a squat position. So imagine you're sitting down on a chair. Okay, super, and we're going to push out and back, working on those leg muscles now. Right, and back, left, and back, super. And then this time we're going to go really low, all the way down to the ground, but we're not going to touch our bottom on the floor. Out, stick that bottom out, well done, keep that head up, back, right, back, left,
oh geez, I can really hear that.
and back. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to have the ball in front of us and we're going to move our ball around this time. So I want you to stretch your arm out, bring your arm close as you're moving around, but you've just got one hand in contact with the ball this time. We're just going to move around, be aware of your space, look around. Imagine you are a waiter or a waitress at the restaurant and this is your pizza. This is your piece of food. I usually play this game in schools and call it jelly on a plate. Here's your plate, here's your jelly. It might wobble, but try to keep it safe. Okay, so keep that jelly nice and safe. Ready? Moving around, off you go. Keep your eyes looking, don't look at the floor. Look at the floor, otherwise you'll crash. Keep your eyes looking around you. Keep safe, that's it. Go in and out of each other. Go in and out of one another. Don't let that jelly splat. Splodge on the floor, one hand in contact with the ball. That's it, keep going. Make sure you're nice and safe at home. And back to your space. Okay, so I hope you kept your jelly nice and safe. If it falls and drops, doesn't matter. This time, if it falls and drops, I want you to do a little bit of a forfeit. So if it's fallen and dropped and splattered on the floor, just like that, I want you to pick it up, put it on your head, and then back up. Okay, so don't rest it on your head, use your hands to hold it. Okay, so if it drops, down, watch Isaac, watch, it's fallen on the floor, pick it up on your head, then stand up. Okay, so nice and slowly as you do it. All right, so this time we're going to go a tiny bit quicker. Keep your eyes looking, keep alert of your space. Ready? We're going to move our jellies around. Off you go. Freeze! Now, no one should have their jelly touching their body. Should only be on your hand. Okay, so just want your hand out. Excellent. Ready, set, go. So keep it just stretched out. Just stretch that. Don't let it touch your body. Oh. Forfeit time. Super job, well done. Oh, forfeit time. Head and up, good job. And back you go. Okay, we're starting to get that blood flowing around our body over to our muscles that we're going to need to work with today, so that's super. I just want you to make sure that when you're doing this activity, your space is safe around you, there's nothing in the way on the floor, and that you're checking to make sure everything around you is a-okay and nice and safe. Okay, we are going to this time, as we move around, try to switch our hands. Okay, so sometimes we'll be on our left, sometimes we'll be on our right. So we're going to get used to using the ball on both sides, which is really, really important. Okay, so as I move around, I want to be in a nice wide position. I want to use my eyes, look around me, make sure I'm safe, and I just want to make sure that this time I'm switching over hands. So a little bit of time with one hand and then the other hand. Okay? Are you ready? Onto your spot. Set, go. Think about those nice wide legs, Isaac. I'm going to start getting into a few side steps really as you're moving around now. Super. That's it. Try and go in and out of each other. Now, if you're doing this on your own at home, forfeit time, if you're doing this on your own at home, just make sure you've got some things that you can go in and out of. You don't need to have other people to play this game with you. Just make sure you've got some obstacles around you to stay focusing on trying to make sure you keep that ball safe. Okay, back to your space. All right, we're working harder and harder. That's good. We're starting to look a little bit more like basketball players or netball players here. Okay, jelly ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Do my forfeit. I'm going to try and keep checking around me and trying to move my body to protect my ball, so I don't want to show it too much to people. There we go, fantastic. Oh, got it quick. Oh, it's a good game. Oh, we both dropped it. Forfeit. And freeze right there. Okay, take a knee. Have a little bit of your drink, a drink of your water. So you can see that game is high energy, lots of fun. If you've got lots of space, brilliant. You can work in a nice big space, holding anything really. Could be a football, could be any piece of equipment, could be a cuddly toy, could be anything you've got around at home as well. Now, that game is really good to work on your awareness so that you're looking around, aware of space. You could see there were parts in that game that some of us were trying to protect the ball as well. So thinking about how you keep that ball safe, which is really useful for lots of different sports. So play that game at home, have a try at it, have fun with it, make up your own forfeits if you want to as well. That's always good fun. We're going to move on to some activities now that are going to help us to get really good at mastering the ball. So we are going to track the ball first of all, follow it in its direction, and we're going to get really good at putting our body in the way of the ball. So let's see how that activity works. Okay, so to be masters with that ball, we need to have so many different skills. One of them is tracking the ball, using our body to follow the line of the ball. So if it goes to the right, I'm going to put my body in line with it. If it goes to the left, I'm going to put my body in line with it. If it goes up, I'm going to try and put my body in line with it. If it goes down, I'm going to follow it down. So that squat position that we worked on is going to be really useful for this activity. We're going to start off with 30 seconds. I just want you to drop, bounce and catch the ball. Drop, bounce, catch. So wide base, squish your knees, arms out, drop, bounce, catch. Okay, let's have a go at it. Ready? Off you go. So you'll notice, keep going boys, you're trying to use a bit of a scoop as we go down. So you can see Oscar's dropping the ball and scooping underneath. Trying to scoop his hands underneath that ball. Try and use two hands if we can. So Isaac is going to drop the ball. Just drop it, Isaac. Drop it. scoop underneath. There we go, fantastic. So I want to see you tracking that ball, following that ball, down and up, down and up. And freeze rare, there. Okay, super. Now, that drop and catch is going to be really useful. We're now going to have a go at seeing if we can drop it, but catch it before it bounces. So I want you to catch it as low as you can. Not here, not there. I want your body to follow the path of the ball. So just relax, relax and watch first. I'm going to drop that ball and try and catch it just before it touches the ground. So notice what my body's doing. I'm dropping and I'm following. My hands aren't going behind me, aren't going to the sides of me. They're following that ball, following the path that that ball is taking. All right? So let's have a go at that for 30 seconds. See how many catches you can get without the ball touching the floor in 30 seconds. I'm going to watch and see how everyone's getting on. 3, 2, 1, go. Great job. Excellent. As low as you can. The lower the better. If it rolls or drops away, doesn't matter. Keep going. Okay, try and make sure that drop is right in front of you. Brilliant job. Well done. Getting nice and squashy as we drop down. Good try. Good job. Try to keep that ball a bit closer to you, not stretched out so far. Okay, got to go all the way down with it. Drop quick. There we go. Fantastic. Drop nice and quick. There we go. That's better. Get those hands nice and strong. Good job. And freeze there. I wonder how many you got at home. A little tip is our hands sometimes will go like this. And I call these rabbit paws. We don't need rabbit paws to catch. We need bear paws to catch. Bears have big, wide grips. That gives me more space. You can see with the ball here, if I've got my hands nice and wide, it's more under control and safe. If they're close like this, it's tricky. So we're going to have a go at it one more time. Bear's claws. Get them nice and wide. Ready? I'm going to join in with you this time. 3, 2, 1, go. A little bit of a dance routine going on here. Keep going.
Like in sync.
Indeed. Oscar, lower please. Lower. Even lower. Almost like it's going to touch the grass. Good, Isaac. Much better. See big improvements. Brilliant. Keep going. Well done. We've got to stretch those hands out. We've got to drop our body down with it. Excellent. Well done. Keep it going. Good job. 5 more seconds. And freeze there. Okay, looking good. So that's our drop and catch. Just take a rest. If you want to have a drink, you can. You will feel that you're working hard with this. And the funny thing is, we're not doing lots of running around. But you can see we're breathing lots. We're having to breathe heavier to get that oxygen around to our muscles because we're changing our levels. We're going up and down quite quickly, and that will make you tired. That's high energy workout stuff. So it's always good to practice at home to try and keep fit and keep your body nice and healthy. So we've been dropping that ball. Now, if you've got a partner at home, this bit's really, really good. We are going to, and Oscar can just be my partner, leave your ball there.
Okay.
We're going to now stand up, and I am going to say a number. I might say 1, 2, or 0. 1, 2, or 0. Whatever number I say, I want Oscar to catch the ball with that number of bounces. So if I say 1, he's got to catch it after 1. Okay, so ready?
Yeah.
1. Fantastic. And we can move his feet and come off of his space if he wants to as well. Okay, and then Oscar's going to say it to me.
2.
So you see, I have to wait for 2. It's about listening, working it out, and then reacting. 0. Fantastic. Now try to be really helpful to your partner and give the instruction slightly before you throw it. Okay? If they're getting really, really good, you can say it as you throw it, really to test them out. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, so we're going to let Oscar and Isaac have a go at that. Now, your height will change how hard this is. So if you're really, really tall, and it's going to be easier for your partner because he's got longer to go. If you're a bit shorter, it's going to be harder for your partner. So let's see how it goes. So I'm going to let the boys just work from here. Okay, and I'm just going to see how they get along. I'm just going to take a perch over here and see how they get along.
2.
Well, let's try this one because that's a super bouncy one.
2.
Good job.
1. 0.
Oh, tricky. Remember, we can step forward.
2.
Keep going, boys. Now you can do this on your own at home. Obviously, you can call the number to yourself, or you can just think to yourself, actually, I'm going to keep changing it every time, even if you're not saying the number. You can just keep changing it around. Keep going, boys.
0.
Oh, it's tricky, isn't it, on 0? I would always advise try and step forward as well.
Yeah. 1. 2.
Oh, see, we're thinking and we're moving our bodies at the same time.
2.
Excellent. Good listening, Isaac. Well done.
1.
Good listening, Oscar. Well done. Try and track that ball.
0.
Oh, well done, Isaac. Great job.
1.
Oh, and stop there. Okay, so we can see here that this is an activity that's really getting your brain and your body working. So if you were to give yourselves a target to improve slightly, what would your target be? Have a little think at home. What would your target be? With that game, were you really good at tracking the ball with your body up and down? Were you really good at counting the bounces? Were you really good at listening? What would your target be then? So think about the one that you weren't so good at. What was your one, Oscar?
So I think I was quite good at like tracking the ball, but I think maybe my listening could have been better. So like for instance, on one time he said 2, and then I think I got a bit excited, and I just said that.
Yeah, so we always do with activities, we're trying to combine different skills. So listening, thinking and doing at the same time. Lots involved in it. What would be yours, Isaac?
I would be listening and not just being really excited the whole time, like yes, it's gonna be 0.
So Isaac's saying about not already predicting and thinking what's coming next, but I think sometimes that's not a bad thing. You're getting your body and your brain ready to go. Okay, so hope you have a go at that one at home, see how you get along with it, track that ball up and down, challenge yourself by saying it quicker, challenge each other by getting further away, because if I could do that with the boys here, it would be even trickier. Try to make sure your eyes are on the ball, bare claws, show me those bare claws or bare paws so they're nice and wide, and also feel that you're ready to step forward with those nice squishy knees. Okay, so have a try at that one at home. Okay, then activity number 2. Last time we were tracking the ball, this time we are bouncing the ball. So it's going to feel like basketball a lot now, or a bit like netball. You can bounce that ball in netball as well. We're going to try to work on our ability to follow the ball, move with the ball, and keep the ball nice and safe. So I'm just going to ask you at the start to just have those nice squishy legs with a nice wide base. And I want you to try to make sure that you're bouncing the ball and keeping it safe. So I don't want you to bounce it and catch it every time. Try to bounce, bounce, bounce. You need to catch, that's fine every now and then, but try to bounce as many times as you can without catching it in between. Wide fingers, ready? Let's have a go. Wide base, squishy legs. Try different hands. Well done, Isaac, good job. Try that wide base, not a straight pencil.
It's quite noisy before the ball's
It is, very noisy, very noisy. Good boy, Isaac, well done. And freeze there. Okay, this time as you're trying it out, now I'm not worried about bouncing with one hand or two hands. If we were playing proper basketball, we would be allowed to bounce with two hands. But we are getting used to the ball, so it doesn't matter. This time, as you're doing it, I just want you to try and bounce and move around a little bit. So not too far, but try and move around. Ready? Have a go at home. Move around, bouncing that ball. You could use two hands, you could use one hand. Have a go. Keep moving your ball around. Okay, keep going, boys. I'm just going to talk as we're going. Okay, so reminder, wide paw, bare paw grip. Keep moving, keep moving. Try to follow that ball with your eyes. Try and be nice and squishy. Track that ball so we can go nice and low with it. It's getting higher, we can get higher with it as well. Okay, so keep moving that ball around. Fantastic. And back to your spot. Good job. Now, you probably would have noticed now, if your ball is a very bouncy ball or not so bouncy. What do you need to change when you're figured out, actually, my ball's not so bouncy? What do I need to try and change with my movement?
Maybe you could change like how you're moving and like where you're moving, because if it's not as bouncy, you might have to go a bit lower.
Brilliant. So I might need to get lower. So if my ball is not bouncing so well, I might need to go lower. Brilliant. What could I do with my arms and my shoulders to make sure it comes back up to me? What could I do, Isaac, with my arms and my shoulders to make sure that ball comes back up to me?
So if it doesn't come to you, you can just drop it whenever you want. But when you bounce it up, you need to keep contact in.
Good, that's a good word. So we're going to keep contact with the ball. Brilliant. We'll try not to miss it. So when we miss it, watch, it starts to drop its bounce. But I need some power.
Yeah.
I need to use power as well. So we need to possibly change our body where it is. So two good answers there. Change where our body is. Brilliant. Keep contact with the ball. Don't stop. And maybe change the power. So if it's going too high, maybe I need to make it less. If it's going too low, I need to push it more. And my power comes from my shoulders. So I'm going to use that shoulder and wide bare paw to push the ball. So this time, I'm just going to bounce it on the spot and I'm going to turn around. I'm going to turn all the way around on my spot as much as I can. Then back to the middle, rest, and then turn around again. Are you ready? Keep going. Brilliant. See if you can get a full rotation all the way around without stopping. Brilliant. Fantastic. You could try and go the other way as well. So imagine on a clock, you could go clockwise and anti-clockwise. You go the other direction as well. One hand or two hands, up to you. You can change hands, left then right, left then right, left then right if you want to as well. Keep going, boys. Let's see how you're getting on. Just move your spot back a tiny bit.
It actually makes it easier.
Keep going. Yeah. Using both hands is really good for you, isn't it? Really good to keep your body nice and balanced and coordinated. I can see we're getting quite low. I wonder if our power can change to bring the ball higher up. Excellent, Isaac. Well done. Try to make sure your fingers are in contact with the ball, not so much the palm of your hand. Just your fingers pushing the ball, not so much your hand. Fantastic. Well done. Okay. So once you get that control, you can start to challenge yourself a little bit more. So if you've ever watched a basketball match or people that have got some really good basketball skills, you'll notice that when they are in control of the ball, they're not doing this. Why do you think they're not doing that with their eyes?
Because they need to have the head up.
Because they need to know what's around them. So if we think back to the start with our game, when we had the ball out, we didn't move around like this. Because we knew where the ball was and we were comfortable with it. So we need to get comfortable with the ball in front of us. Now I can see the ball, but I can see in front of me. I can see to my left, I can see to my right. And I'm still trying to do the same things. Power to bounce the ball, fingers wide to keep in contact with the ball, but I've got my head up. So my challenge this time is to do that activity with my head just looking around me. Okay, so spin, head looking around you. Okay, stand yourselves up. Just give it a try. Squishy knees, wide base. We're going to get nice and low at times, so we're going to need those bendy knees like in our squat position. Ready, set, go. Try and keep that head up as much as possible so you can see the ball and you can see the space around you. Head up as much as possible. Let's go. Boy, Isaac, you try, keep it up, keep it up. Try not to slap the ball, try to use those fingers. Nice wide push, nice wide push. Wide grip, that's better, that's better. Keep going, keep going. Good, now for the last 10 seconds, could you try a trick? Could you try a trick with the ball? Any trick you want, could be anything. Could you bounce it between your legs? Could you go from side to side? Could you throw it over to the other side of your hand? Give it a try. Last 10 seconds. Let's go. Try a trick. Let's go. Try a trick. There you go. So you could bounce between your legs. You go up over to the other side and then carry on your bouncing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Okay, stop right there. Lots and lots of practice is needed to get confident and really in control of that ball as you bounce it. Lots of practice. So anyone that's got some really good coordination with the ball, probably they've had lots of time practicing that. So the more you do that, the better you'll become. And really work on those 3 key things. Wide grip, wide base, and eyes, heads looking around you and looking up. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to do now is think back to the start when we played our Jelly on the Plate game. And we're now going to play that type of game, but with a bouncing ball. So we're going to bounce the ball around, and with our friends and with our partners around us, with your mums and dads and grown-ups at home, see if you can bounce that ball, but see if you can use the other hand to knock their ball away. So Oscar and I will just show you. So just stand where you are, Oscar. Just going to bounce the ball. Okay, and we're going to move around. And as we're moving around, I want to keep my ball safe, but I want to also try to get Oscar's ball away. So you'll see, just freeze there, you'll see that as soon as Oscar went for my ball, it's like a seesaw. He's balancing up his control of his ball, but also trying to knock my ball off. And you'll see that sometimes you lose control of your ball. So it's hard to do the both. So we're going to keep it like that and try and knock the other ball away. But you'll see, as soon as I knock that other ball away, I lost control of my one. Okay, so try to focus on the both activities at once. All right, well done, Oscar. 2 hands if you want. Side to side. Remember what we said at the start? Keep your ball safe, move it away from other people. So here it's tricky because I've got people either side of me. But if you were keeping your ball safe, what way would you turn? Good, if you were keeping your ball safe, what way would you turn? Fantastic. I might have to turn this way to protect my ball. Okay, if you're playing it on your own, all I want you to do is to challenge yourself again, like before, to go low and then higher up and keep moving yourself around. Okay, ready for our game?
Yeah. Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh. Oh, well done, Isaac. Good job. Try and turn my back away. And stop right there. Okay, take a seat. That one you could play for ages and ages and ages at home. Lots and lots of fun with that. And I'm sure some of you will have a bucket at home as well. So you can just put a bucket in a space away from you and you could play the game that as soon as I knock a ball away, I'm allowed to have a shot into that bucket. If you've got a basketball net, fantastic. So you earn the chance to play your shot. That's another way of changing the game as well. Hope you've enjoyed our activities today. I hope you've started to develop some of those skills, but you won't become an expert unless you practice. So keep practicing those activities. Now, the next time you will see us, it won't be on a Friday session. It won't be in a PE at home session. We are going to do some family fitness sessions next. So you'll see those coming live on the Active Essex YouTube channel on Thursdays now. So this one will be our last PE at home session, and we're going to be working on our fitness because I don't know about you, I'm feeling a bit unfit during the lockdown. I need to get nice and fit. I need to get my body moving a bit more. So we're going to work on some family fitness activities. So if you've got any ideas of what you'd like to do, make sure you share them with me. Check out my Twitter page, which is @PE by Mr S. Keep checking out the Active Essex YouTube channel, which has got so many fantastic activities on there. It's June. It's the 30 days of 30 minutes of activity. So we've done our 30 today, which is great. We might do a little bit more later with a bike ride or maybe a little bit of a walk. So see if you can commit to the 30-30 challenge as well via the Active Essex website. There's lots of stuff going on. I hope you stay safe. I hope you stay well. And it's bye from me, Mr S. Bye from Oscar, and bye from Isaac. We'll see you very soon.